Hey there guys, I wanted to go over a couple little hints and tricks for the mechanical arm project. Now in the project there are a lot of different parts that have arcs on them, as some would say, that have rounded edges, that have some angles, other things like that. So I'm going to go into Autodesk here and I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks that you can consider whenever you want to try to make those angles or cut those parts or whatever you want to do. So as usual, we're going to do a standard IPT. And if you ever get this, just go and hit OK. It's an error that's ongoing. So here we are. Mine automatically bypasses the awesome, crazy 3 different planes that you have. But again, I'm always going to start with the XY plane, which is going to be the front view. Whenever you click on the XY plane, it should immediately go to basically this view right here that has a, for the F block, it'll show the front view. So, all right, so we have the sketch, we're already in it, and we're in the front view, we're already in sketch 1. Remember, this is your browser. This is the key to editing anything later. So let's just say I have a part and it's a rectangle. So we're just going to say that it is 2 inches wide and 1 inch tall. So there we go. I'm going to zoom out on that really quick. I'm going to move this over. And so this would be our basic 2D sketch. So I'm going to finish it and I'm going to go ahead and make it a 3D sketch now by clicking extrude. And of course, it always wants to come forward, but we need to keep the front, so we're going to go direction 2 on it. And let's say it should only be not an inch deep. Let's say it needs to be 0.25 inches deep, just so this is how it looks. And again, I'm just making up this part as we go. So a lot of times, whenever you build any of these parts for the mechanical arm, it has different holes, and you have to put them in different locations. So how that works is, that's one of the biggest questions I get is, how do I get the location of the hole or the feature, Mr. T? Well, here's how you would do it. So if I wanted to add that hole, I can just add it. You click the hole button, and then you could just click anywhere on the face that you want it. If you want it on this right face, you click on the right face. If you want it on, I'm going to close that out and do it again this way. If you want it on the front face, you will put it on the front face. And one thing that I see a lot is that a lot of people, when they're doing their holes, are looking straight at it so you can dimension it. I completely understand that, but you guys have learned enough spatial reasoning within our sketching and our practical that we did with our blocks and stuff that you should be able to do it from an ISO view so you can actually physically see which way it's going and everything else. So if you use the hole tool, remember that you would just, after you click on a face, you click on an edge immediately, and then you could set your dimension there. And then you could click on the next edge and set your dimension there. I'm just going to randomly click these guys right here. So now you're dimensioned. And everything else in the hole, I get questions on this too. Mr. T, I don't know why I can't make that little point right here. Well, guess what? Usually it's already there for you. So all that is, it's in your pop-up window. Everything you need is pretty much from the size area down. It's all in this area under size. So you have your termination. So if it goes through everything, you just click that. And then, so that actually takes away your drill point. So that's why you wouldn't see it. But remember, I encourage you and empower you all the time. Try it. Your favorite undo button is right up here at the top. It is a favorite button of mine. So we'll simply click distance. I want to say it needs to go that direction. Good, we're there. What if I want it flat, I would click that, but if I want a drill point, I want that. And right here, let's say the depth. Let's do 0.1. That way it's not all the way through. Oh, how about not 0.1, but how about 0.1? There we go. And then we could actually see, if you can see right there, it's actually not all the way through. And then if for my diameter, I could have adjusted that at the first thing, or I'm going to do it right here. Boom. My diameter, let's make the diameter 1 inch. Boom, look at this big guy. Yeah, that may not work out because we're an entire inch apart, but it looks kind of cool. So let's go with, let's do 0.75 for the fun of it. There we go. So you hit OK, and there is your hole with a drill point. Oh, I guess because I got larger, everything changed. Uh-oh. So I just made a mistake. Oh no, what do I do? Another question Mr. T gets a good bit of the time is, how do I change this? Well, the thing is, a lot of times I see a lot of people, they'll do this. They'll be like, okay, let me just do a new sketch. And then they'll sit there and go, I'm going to hit dimension, and I'm going to move the hole. Mr. T, it's not moving. I don't understand why this isn't working. Well, the thing is, you didn't build the hole in the sketch. See, we're in sketch 3 right now. Let me finish that and I'll show you. Sketch 3 is what we just now did. And you notice it, when I highlight it, it doesn't do anything. So it's an empty sketch, and it's basically going to cause problems for you. And the problem is, worse, is that it doesn't even give you an error. It just won't let you do things. So it's super frustrating. So let's get rid of these extraneous sketches that don't do anything. So I'm going to delete that one. And I'm going to, oh, I ran my cursor over here in the browser over a hole. That's the one we made it in. So I simply double click it. Now I can actually adjust that hole if I so chose. So I'm going to go ahead and take this down. I'm going to take it down to, let's do 0.1. Just, again, another 0.1. So let's try that. Let's see how it looks. I hit OK. There we go. My drill point is the issue, though. As you can see, when I got a little smaller, it helped out a little bit with that. But remember, your drill point will actually give an effect of your distance. So just pay attention to that as well. So there's your hole. And if I wanted to change the location of that, again, I could go over to here. And if you did open this up, there's the actual, it made its own sketch, and you can actually adjust it right here. It actually made its own point for you. So I can actually go here and click 0.25, and I can move that over, finish it, and my hole will move. Easy, simple, or if you want to go back to here, double click it, and you can also adjust it here. All right, so it gives you a lot of great options. Again, another way to do the hole would have been to do a new sketch. You would start it rather than the hole tool starting the sketch. You'd add a point, then you would use the dimension tool to say, okay, I want it from here to here. That looks amazing. It's exactly where I wanted it, Mr. T. It's perfect. Yes, I know. Thank you. I did a good job guessing. There we go. It's right there. It's amazing. Then you finish it, click hole, and there you go. And then you can do all your adjustments here as well. So there you go. That's how you would add some holes as a feature on a face, and determine the location of that feature based off of the actual IDW that you've been given with the ISO views, and most likely a minimum of 2 to 3 orthographic views that is on your mechanical arm project instructions. Good luck. Talk to you soon.